Hey everybody, check this out. I'm going to show you a little bit of some walkthrough. We figured out some good, better plans and some of the original plans. Let me get over here right quick on the other side and I'm going to walk you through what we're doing, taking strips and stuff off and all the work, framing up. You're going to see it here in just a second. Let me get over to this other side. Got the bug out trailer slash camper, the Thor mobile we call it, because it's named after this wild child. And we're in the process right now of going ahead and getting the framing done. We figured out some new plans for it, but we're going to be cutting it right here because it's just a kind of a design pocket for a truck bed. And these pockets up in here are going to be made into bedways. So yes, that's like a submarine has bedways, and the old World War I ones. Back here, we're finishing the deck, and we're pulling all the trim off, all the trim here, and we've got two long, narrow doors to put in up here above the fenders. I do have those plastic insert fender pieces that are going to seal all this up out here. And what we're using is not the metal. What we're using is this stuff right here. 7/16 thick, fairly light. It's a Masonite product, 25-year supposed lifespan, outdoors. And the way we're going to be attaching it, it's going to be very stout, both glue and screws, and well structured. So we're going to be framing up with 2x3s. All of this is going to be framed up with 2x3s. This metal is going to be removed, and this metal, all that metal there, is going to get to be the roof metal that will be used back here. So if you look on the top, that metal right there, we end up with 5'9" of the metal out there, and back here we got, I think 5'1" is what our floor ended up being when we got done with everything set in place. Now I've got some more treated lumber that's going to be going in to fill this in, and then we've got some of this outdoor carpet, which you can see right here, that's going to be going on this. Moisture will go through it, so we're not worried about that. Now out here we're taking off all the original jacks and mounting hardware for the jacks. The metal is all going to be covered, which in this case will give us a much higher R value when it's said and done. The camper, if you have not seen other videos on this, I suggest you go look, is just immaculate. I mean, you get in here and you look at the conditions here. It was used occasionally as a bed stayover for family. And I mean, it's just spotless clean in here. Refrigerator works beautiful. We have no problems with nothing in here. I mean, it's just spotless clean. Everything in here is 100% intact. Even the stickers that usually fall off is perfect in here. So it's actually, I don't believe it's had gas used on the refrigerator. The valve was in the opposition. Somebody apparently tried to light it with a match, not knowing you had to have gas in it. Now, everything else in here, 100% clean, rot-free, water damage-free, no issues at all, except a little sun damage where the front sat out near the edge of the building it was under. So everything else, perfect. The bathroom in here is in perfect condition, a little dusty. All the seams, all the ceiling, everything, it's never been done anything bad with it. So the job that we're doing is an ultralight bug out camper. And we've figured out how to put a recovered, salvaged jackknife sofa here, and a little bit nicer doorway there, but leaving a bed here and a bed on the other side, and then leaving a pocket bed that could go on both this side and this side. So stowaway beds or pocket beds. And that's exactly what we're going to work out on. So we've got 4 feet going in, 4 foot 4 inches on both sides going in, and you don't need but about 5.5 foot piece of bedding foam or cushion on both sides that would literally, if you get 2 pieces, it'll just flip and fold up. But you have a nice room back here, You have, we're going to be putting another layer of paneling down on the floor, Luan, so that the carpet has a much smoother surface than this kind of rough plywood. This 3/4 plywood's kind of rough. So we're going to do that. And insulation is already in underneath it, 3/4 inch foam. So, I mean, it's not like super insulated, but it's going to be well heated and well adjusted with the heater that's in it. All the framing will come down from here, straight down to this. And this stuff is just right enough, flexible enough to where I can actually make it, if I wanted to, a little curvature to it. We're going to kind of work and trying to figure out how to do that. But all of it being framed out, there'll be 2 little small tiny windows, which I've salvaged from other RVs here. That permanent window will be out here in the front, along with this permanent window, but right here, it means it doesn't open, will be right up here, and 2 little opening windows, kind of like a very small version of these, about a half version, will be right here up in the nose, if I can get them in there the best I can, so that when the jackknife sofa drops, it's a full-size bed, but still leaves 21 inches between here and here for someone to come and go. That's the idea. So look at this. You're going to see some materials removed from it. You're going to see how we're going to turn this into a 1, 2, 3, 4 if necessary on the dinette, 5, 6, 7, 8 sleeper that weighs 3,300 pounds and can be towed by a minivan with a enclosed screen back porch. So watch for that. I'll show you some more here in just a minute, the pre-framing, and the next video coming up, you'll see a hell of a lot more with the siding, all desert colors, caramel desert colors. I'm going to be doing the whole thing, windows out, paneling, siding on, the metal wheel press, crush in against the studs, and windows back in. Same thing here, new windows in. You'll never know what happened to this thing. And we're going to be notching it over the fenders and putting sheet metal inside the fenders to strengthen them with metal stud work, all framed in. And when we're done with this, it'll be stout. There'll be 2 little storage pockets above that. And the batteries, we've got enough room for batteries over here in the original propane area to put 3 deep cycle 31 series batteries in here with enough space to put a locker box right there with a solar charge controller so that the 500 to 800 watts of solar on the roof will do everything we need. We also have a small Gold Star air conditioner that is going to be mounted in here too, and it will be mounted right here where it says Security Traveler, right in this area, just like that, because there won't be a bed in that area. There'll just be about 2 feet of the plywood that this is decked with here, and that's it. So there's a little 4800 BTU, very rare, brand new in the box still, from 1988, Gold Star air conditioner that works great. We just tried it out, and you'll get to see it. I think they made that model for about 20 years. They made 5500s, 5000s, and this one's a 48, and it only pulls 236 watts. That means 500 watts of solar, air conditioning. How nice. All right, y'all keep an eye on it. This is a video update on the bug out camper that we salvaged from an estate and all the build that's going on. Look at the previous videos. I put some links down there if you want to. Go check my previous videos on it. Security, 1971, bug out camper. Okay, so we're going to go from this part of the video here, and I've just done a little bit of work, and now we're at this part of the video. So you will see that it's being taken loose so that we can get this window out and the metal up and start to process the framing down to here. And we're going to frame down to here so that this board, as you see earlier, can be made to fit the whole area all the way up, shaped, and then we have a special extra wide seal that will go at the top of the board, go over it about 1 inch, and we'll seal that completely up full length. The board will go down here and hit right down here on the edge of this and be screwed in with a piece of Z metal that will keep the moisture out of the bottom of it. We'll also, of course, put some sealant on it. And that is how we're going to be working this, as well as, like I showed you, about cutting the fenders out and putting the ring in there, the metal in there, and all that stuff to seal it up. But as it sits now, there's the structure underneath. This is actually full-size 2x4s going up in there, and they have metal. There's angle metal that's up inside of here that's going to have to be dealt with. That supports the cab over section of this, but with the couch that goes in here and the 2 sleeping pockets and the ability to put a nice TV or something on the wall, the air conditioner, it's going to come out pretty good. We're going to have plenty of stuff. And there's the metal that will be used out here on the back porch. It's the same metal that is on the roof of this RV, this camper, and the rest of those, of course, put in the carpet on it. And we're going to make a stud to fit to fill this in so that that wood goes all the way to that point and has a nice little seal or little rim on it. And that metal will come out here and go back, covering the porch, fully screened. And the main thing is figuring out that we was just going to make the one door right here in the very back with a set of stairs that just drop down like that, so nothing's back there to drag here or over here, and it's a nice smooth finish. And with the benches being able to go here, of course, we'll be able to run our sewer lines out to this end and turn them down underneath the bench. The other side will have a bench also, and for summertime excess water storage, probably an extra 20 gallons. We can actually make everything we want and have a swing out barbecue that'll swing out, one of those gas powered ones, and right there at the door. So you swing your door open, swing your barbecue pit out with a little notch in it. You can actually still close your door. That's going to be kind of cool. We're going to work on making that work. But there it is in the final processes. Stay tuned, watch the rest of the videos, go back and see the older videos, look back on my channel, subscribe to it, you're going to see more of them, and you'll see there's a number of videos where the frame gets salvaged, gets built, you see all the structure, how the axles were done, how the shocks were put on, and we won't shocks on this because this could be going through all kinds of different territory. It's quite a bit less width than a regular travel trailer, so it can go more places. And we're able to do more with this trailer than we could with others as a bug out camper that sleeps a whole bunch of people. And we're going to have all that finished out inside, inside the whole thing. My wife might want to put wallpaper in it over the top of it, and the rest of it completely nice, easy to use, multi-person. And we're even looking at possibly a big awning flip out for the tail down here in the back. I've got the pieces for that sitting right over there, those nice big aluminum frames, and they'll jackknife out and make a 7.5 wide by 5.5 awning over the top. Kind of nice. All right, guys, stay tuned. More's coming.